Run already.
Can I watch the YouTube channel?
なんか画質が低いねんけど。
いいよ、もう低くてもちょっとでも。
なんか画質が低いねんけど。3秒ぐらい遅れてる。
いいよ。
So do we start when we have people watching or no?
Yeah, it's
But because now no one watching.
No,
Hello. Yeah, that should be okay already. We are live now.
Test.
Okay. Then maybe we can start practice. Yeah, today practice.
The question is how do we get? We cannot get response, right?
Yeah.
So
question.
asking question one.
Yeah, no need.
Maybe I ask you question instead, lah. I ask you this question.
This is no need. This is no need. Just simply start introducing just a simple introduction for both of you because maybe you need to introduce for tomorrow. Okay, who are you, and then we can start from here. Okay.
So you just monitor like if
Yes,
people
I can be a guest. I can watch. Is that okay? No, okay.
You see when the perspective is correct or not, or is it? Why is it like that?
Because the lens is wider already.
But here is correct.
Because I don't know. Because it's too short.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. If you change it to
Wait.
another one.
If I make it, no.
If not, maybe we use the 640 480 or no.
Yeah, if full screen like this.
But it's still the same, still not correct.
It's not normal.
So we change already. This.
Luckily, no one is watching.
This one is also not
It's a
correct.
good practice. It's good practice.
Also not very correct.
But it's funny things and sound.
The sound is okay. It's just how do we make this the correct perspective? Is it in? Must be setting somewhere. Here can set or not? The perspective or something.
Change the source.
This is the source. Source is correct. This is audio, right?
Audio, yes.
This one?
Template.
Template. This one?
Keyboard shortcut.
Template got what?
Full screen view.
Uh-huh.
Next to next.
No difference from. Nothing that says like the perspective or event social media 240 recommended. Okay, maybe it's this 721. Okay, I try this. Then see after a while it will change the perspective.
Refresh. No, refresh.
No need to refresh also, maybe it's okay.
You change the size, isn't it?
Yeah, I changed the size.
サイズもあと画質
It's always squished.
Yeah, squeeze now it's smaller, you know. It's worse than before, you know. It's now just squeeze, you know.
Yeah. Trying to figure that out.
The before is better.
This one doesn't have anything to do with this. This one is previous one. Okay. This one is what?
Details.
Source setting, source setting.
Yeah, it's in the source. Just trying to figure out how to make the aspect ratio correct.
Source setting.
Some source.
こっち。ソースのボタン。
422, what does that mean? What?
Yeah. Make it down.
460.
Yeah.
If you put 461 also, it will still be wrong, like just now.
No. Just now is not 460. Go down to 460. Try again. 460. No, down. Yes.
Yeah, we tried one time.
さっき最初これだったよ
Otherwise, too wide. It's not normal already. Because normal YouTube is this size.
Yeah, we can do that, but it's still wrong. It's tighter, but it's still wrong. See, it's still very flat,
まだスクリーンして
right? Is it correct?
Maybe because of this your computer screen, is it?
I don't know, but here also
あ
same.
でも多分こっちの方がマシ
Here also same.
But he's okay. But this one okay. Looks
ゲー
okay.
ムデザインさ
Looks okay.
Yeah, it's still
better.
squeezed. It's better a little bit,
Oh.
but yeah, maybe we just stick to this lah.
But this one better than this one. It's just now it's really squeezing.
Our customers.
But in this case, you have to be more
Closer.
Yes,
You have to sit
closer.
closer
Otherwise,
here.
two person cannot fit in.
Or we have to put further behind a little bit. Like this. trying to try to figure this out. So do we wait for until like someone comes up?
No, we can start because it's already something already. We can
Because
start.
no one practice. It's okay. We start about here lah. The web media trend.
Let's say if we wait until 10 o'clock, nobody comes out.
Maybe we try until like 9. If nobody comes, then it's fine.
Maybe I'll wait. Okay, wait another maybe 5 or 10 minutes because 8:30 or something. Because if until 8:30 nobody come, maybe
Maybe nobody comes.
yeah, nobody
Maybe
come.
because we changed too late. Then it's,
suddenly we change. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. As long as we have people tomorrow.
Keiko, maybe go to Facebook page. なんかもう一回言ったら
Yeah, put the live cast thing in the Facebook page. Put the YouTube link.
I have already put.
メールも送ったんだよ。ないよ。
一人在生动。I understand a little bit.
結構どこあ、これか。これ
うん、それ。
So weird looking at ourselves.
Ah,
Delete.
then see now. No, you can see. Maybe somebody watching, If they're watching here, maybe you cannot see the number.
It should show
No.
lah.
That only go to the YouTube channel that they watch, then only count. If people watching here, they don't count. So the people now wondering, why this guy not doing properly? Maybe I think better start. Some people already watching,
うるせえおどちゃん。
But the sound, なんかキチキチってなんかおかしいよ。金サウンド。
Because if the sound from here go into this microphone and then it goes back, comes then
Echo,
you
echo,
get that.
maybe. Echo.
So if you mute the one or stop the sound, then it will be fine.
How to mute?
There on the button on the left top, there. No, physical button there. Here. Got three. Here on top got 3 buttons next to the screen. Yeah.
Oh.
イヤホン持ってきてないの。
Yeah. Then it sounds okay.
Okay. Because echo, I think. Oh, no wonder. Okay. So okay, you can start. I think people were watching already, people were wondering, better, start now.
In
People are
any case,
angry already. People are
in any
angry
case, we
already.
practice.
Because people watching from Facebook, they don't count.
If there's people watching or not, we will still start.
Yes.
At least as
You
a
think
practice
you
for-
believe that somebody watching, please. Okay, start. And introduce first. Hello.
Hi,
Keiko, start.
my name is Keiko. I'm a founder of Malaysia Lifestyle Media.
And I'm KY from kyspeaks.com. I'm quite known for blogging about food. And has an Instagram account that has pretty decent size followers. And I again mostly talk about food you can find in Klang Valley, and also I write about my travel experiences. And today we are going to talk about Social Media Lab and what we are trying to do. So before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the media trend in the world. Now, as we know, growing up, uh, media has always been controlled by a few big companies. And when you were young, most of the time, what type of things do you watch or read? It will be newspaper,
Yeah, newspaper, TV. Yeah, basically TV, some TV.
TV,
Yeah.
newspaper, magazines, and things like that. And those are the media that is controlled by few corporations that are usually very large. They control radio, they control what you listen, what you watch, what you read. But then over the years, there's a bit of a paradigm shift, as you might have listened to in our previous videos. And what this is that the control on traditional media such as TV and magazines and newspapers and so forth has slowly diminished. It has come down a little bit. And this is particularly evident in some of the more advanced society or some of the societies that adopt internet more, such as Japan and US, that you find a lot of individuals have starts to emerge up and exert their influence through social media. Now, what are some channels of social media that you are familiar with?
Well, personally, I've started with blogging, and I have expanded my platform to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Mm. And then myself also, other than blog and Instagram, I also use Twitter, Facebook pages, and if you count some of the work-related stuff, maybe LinkedIn is also one of them. Previously, Flickr, the photo site, is also one of the social media platforms. Now, these are some of the ways that individuals can exert their influence and present themselves online to let the world see. So from basically listening to news from controlled by a few people, now everyone has a voice. And social media lab, part of the things that you will learn is to how to make use of the opportunity that is now present to all of us and not just a few powerful individuals, right? Mm, other than media trends, we can also see that the world has changed a little bit from like way before that. You have some people working for bigger corporations where it's very structured, and then the majority, maybe 80%, work for small businesses or run their own businesses. To maybe 10, 15 years ago, it's a bit of a reverse. Most people work for big companies, and very few people are entrepreneurs and start their own businesses. But then now the trend starts to reverse again. You see a lot of individuals run their own business, and a lot of them is powered by social media, right?
True.
They sell their clothes online through blog shops, through Facebook, through Instagrams, and things like that. So the trend has changed a bit, and again, it is due to the power of social media and how we can make use of it. So, do you want to talk a bit on how a person can make use of social media to their advantage?
Okay, sure. So, well, it's just like, for example, maybe if we are a job seeker, you can utilize social media skills to get plenty of opportunities to get better job using social media.
And one way is, of course, utilize LinkedIn to put up your online resume, to connect with HR personnel in other companies so that they can look at your profile and see what are your relevant experience and things like that, right? And I think also another way to look at it is that everyone has a presence online. You like it or not. I may take your picture and put it on Facebook when you are maybe drunk or party hard or whatever. So if you are not in total control of your online presence through social media, sometimes you can be left exposed. If I want to hire you and I put your name Keiko in Google and it came out with picture of you in some funny circumstances, then that might jeopardize your opportunity, right?
Scary.
So, so part of learning this, how to make use of social media, is not only to promote yourself in a positive way, but to also minimize our exposure potentially negatively in public eyes, or potential employer, or potential business partners, and potential sponsors and things like that. What about freelancers?
Okay, for freelancers, I believe there's quite a number of freelancers in Malaysia.
Mm.
So if you are a freelancer, maybe you can find a potential customer or maybe client,
Mm.
um, through social media.
Mm. I think one of the most popular right now is people engaging this through showcasing their profile or portfolio online, right? I've seen freelancers that put up their profile. For example, if you're an artist, you put up your work on Instagram or on Facebook or on your blog, and potential customers can go in and see what you have done, right? And I think in addition to that, it is also a platform not only showcasing what you have, but they can communicate with you. Click of a button, they can ask you, hey, can you give me a quotation of your product, for example. Social media, of course, is not only useful for individuals, but also for businesses. One of the things businesses can make use of their social media is brand awareness, right? You might have some experience in that when brands not only make use of their own social media presence, but through bloggers such as you, right? Maybe you can share some experience when they approach you to showcase their product or services.
Well, one of my big experience was I think I started blogging. I think 1 year later,
Mm.
one of the huge Japanese entertainment company saw my blog, and they had this project. They want to interview the celebrities in Malaysia. So they come and approach me to arrange the appointment with the celebrities and do the intervention. So, yeah, that's
Who did you get to meet at that event?
quite a number of famous celebrities like Amber Chia,
Mm.
Haris Iskandar,
Mm.
Jack Lim, who is famous with the upping.
Yeah.
I went to his house and take picture of him, and yeah. So well, actually, I'm telling honestly, I'm not so familiar with the Malaysian celebrities, but because of these opportunities, I get to know them more, and to how to say um, show to my Japanese readers that there's so many famous celebrities and who they are, and yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a unique insight to how the entertainment industry is like here, right? So, which brings us to the next group of people. So, if you're just a homemaker or normal employee, you might not have a product to sell, or you might not have a brand that you need to push forwards. For those type of people, which majority of the people are, perhaps, uh, having a presence or having know how to take advantage of the various social media channels also brings tremendous advantages, right? Personally, I'm also an employee. I work for a company full time, but by having a somewhat popular food blog, I get invitations to sample food and experience, and that otherwise I may not have the opportunity to have. So for people who have different hobbies or different presents, and you make use of social media channels and expands your reach, and especially if you have an audience, it is a great way to build upon your hobby and benefit from it as well. So I think you have also been invited to various events like the one that you shared, and other opportunities as well, right? Have you been given products for review and play with and things like that?
Products a few, but most of my benefit and opportunities was because I'm what I'm doing because I'm connecting the Japanese
Mm.
and the Malaysian, so I'm like the middle bridge
Mm.
to them. So basically, yeah, not really promoting some products or whatsoever, but I get opportunities to connect the Japanese companies with the Malaysian companies, and yeah,
And I've personally have friends who uh, got to travel for free, go on trips to Australia. I've personally went to London before, like we spoke about earlier in other videos. And another group of people, the students,
yes,
do you think they can benefit from these channels?
definitely. Well, you know, because the trend,
Mm.
as you explained just now, the trend, the mass media like TV, radio, magazine is shifting to social media. So now, actually, the generation is, especially the student, is a must-have skill to have this social media skill, so that maybe like you say, if you would like to find a job,
Mm.
you know, the the
Not,
present.
not only you control your image
Mm.
online,
Mm.
but it is also perhaps an additional skill that you can put on your resume if you apply for a job.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So it's like 15 years ago, if 30 years ago, if you know how to use a typewriter, that's an additional skill that is useful. 15 years ago, you know how to use a computer, that's an additional skill. These days, if you have an additional one that you're familiar with social media, perhaps especially if you go into lines like marketing and sales, that could be a very big asset,
Yes,
isn't it?
definitely.
And I've also heard about stories on obviously like employers researching people, potential employees, and so forth, and through social media channels. So it's always good to be in control of what the world perceive you as. Regardless, you might be a very nice person, but if some nasty pictures or whatever come online, you want to be able to control. Right? And I guess a lot of people in the audience have gone through formal educations, kindergarten, primary school, high school, and then majority, I would assume, have had some sort of after high school classes, like maybe you get a diploma, degree, even up until masters or different certificates. I think it is worthwhile to ask how relevant is it for them on what they learn and how they can apply to their real world, to their jobs or everyday life. So, and how much value is it that they can get from it? And if we compare to what we are offering on social media like online school, maybe we can tell them a little bit what we will offer, and after completing the classes, what are some of the skills that we think our attendees will be able to get from it.
Okay.
Maybe we start with, say, Facebook.
Alright.
Everybody thinks that they know how to use Facebook, right? So maybe we talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Okay, so Facebook, as you know, Facebook, they are time to time changing the system and
Mm.
all the this kind of thing. So it's a bit complicated. But if you are able to use in a correct way and effective way, it can be really, really a a strong, let's say, tool to generate customers.
And
Like yeah.
and I guess a lot of people are familiar with using Facebook as an individual, but few people know really how to take advantage of managing a Facebook page, right? So this is something that you talk about, and the various tools that it has and features that our students can use. So, and myself, I will talk about, of course, blogging. I'll talk about a little bit on the history of what blog is all about, the different platform that you can choose. It's not just Blogspot and WordPress that you may have heard of, but there are others as well. And maybe I'll touch on how to find the topic and your target that you really want to write and share, and the benefit and disadvantage of certain topics that might be relevant to each person, right? Then we will obviously talk about how to get an audience. Is if you write and nobody reads, of course you may get demotivated after a while. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly for some people, is how you can take advantage of your influence after you have achieved a certain number of audience. So I will cover that in the blogging part, and also Instagram. I have a decent following in Instagram, sharing mostly food pictures, but I will share also some tips and tricks on how to get followers, how to take the better Instagram photos, and so forth. That would be in the Instagram module. You will talk about YouTube as well, right?
Yes. So basically, for YouTube, me myself, I also have a YouTube channel for my Malaysia Lifestyle Media. So, well, why I started YouTube? Because, well, it's also a trend that now, last time it was, words. When you write contents, it's basically words. But nowadays, people don't really read. So, for example, in Facebook, so when you post only words, only writings, normally people won't read. But if you post writings plus picture, then there's more people will read. And then now the trend is actually a video. So if you post a writing plus a video, so
It gives you extra.
more effective. So that's why I started taking video and post on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm going to talk about if you don't have a channel, I will teach you how to set up a channel. And then because me myself, I've been shooting by myself and editing by myself, so I will teach you how to shoot.
How to do those things with
those
the
things.
tools that you use and things like that. Right?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I think other than that, we will also maybe touch base a little bit on like LinkedIn that we talked about earlier, and maybe to wrap up on the differences between blog, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and should you use all of them, or you choose certain one that will be more relevant to your hobby or to what you want to share. For example, like if you are going to be doing book reviews, maybe YouTube is not as relevant, right? So we will talk a little bit about that. So I think now probably people want to know what is our fee that for these classes that we are conducting, right? Can you share to our audience?
Okay, so well, we have 45 days. It's a six weeks course, and we are going to send you a video every week. So altogether there's six videos, and each video there's 1 hour. So the cost price is we charge 1,200 ringgit.
Maybe this one write down,
Mm.
write down and explain it better.
So we will have 6 videos. 6 videos. A bit hard to read. And then the course fee is RM. But if you register in the next 3 days, we will give you a 50% discount, which basically slash the price in half to only 600. And on top of the videos, you'll also be a member of our closed and private Facebook group where you can have basically any questions that you have. We will answer and assist you in trying to set up your social media presence, be it blog or Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and things like that. And most unique of all, I think by the end of the classes, the training, we will also give them an opportunity to already start making income by utilizing their social media skills, right? We will not review exactly how to do that yet. So yeah, register and learn more.
Grab this chance.
For more information, go to our website at socialmedialab.com -- in between. Thank you.
Thank you.